God rising, God rising. I want to say hello to everyone this morning, and um, I want to say today is May 10th, and I was up here drinking my ginger and honey tea. That's what's in my cup this morning. I woke up, I meditated, I did my breathing work, and I'll get up in the morning and you know, I usually drink my ginger and lime and mint water or whatever spirit tells me to make as far as my herbs in the morning. So this morning I woke up and spirit said this morning just drink a ginger, only ginger and honey this morning. It was like just ginger and honey. And I listened and I know why they told me to do that because I had to settle my stomach this morning. And also ginger and honey both have antibacterial, antimicro um, properties and also antiviral properties. And also ginger also helps with nausea, to settle the upset stomach, and um, it's just soothing to the soul. How about that? So I was up here drinking and reflecting, and I was thinking about motherhood. One of the most beautiful, most complex um, jobs that we have as mothers is a beautiful, complex job. And the reason why I say it's beautiful because we create life. We bring forth life. The man plants the seeds, we nurture it and we grow it, and we bring forth life. And even through the 9 months of carrying and caring for and incubating this beautiful life that's inside of us, to have the honor and privilege of being chosen to carry another human being forth is an honorable thing. To bring forth life, it's a phenomenon unto itself. For every woman who has had a child, of giving birth to a child, or even had the experience of maybe conceiving a child, you know there's a God. Undoubtedly, you know there's a God. And when do you see that little person that passed through your portal? It's just a phenomenal thing to see. It's all worth the pain and the throwing up and some of us never experienced throwing up, the carrying, the weight, the backaches, the sleepless nights, can't sleep, can't lay when the baby foot is pushing out of you through your stomach and all that stuff like that. It's the rewards at the end, even though you have to maybe go through some pain, is all worth it. The reason why I say it's complex, once you get that child and you bring that child into the world, that's when the nurturing, laying the foundation, the love, the caring, and the giving begins. It's no longer about you anymore. The complexity is, we as mothers, this thing doesn't come with a rule book. And my daughter asked me a question one day, and she said, Mom, she said, what made you, I forgot, let me see, she asked me something about having a child or giving, what it's like to be a mother. And I said this to her. I'm not quite sure of, I might not be saying question, but I'll tell you my answer correctly, but I'll tell you my answer. I said my answer to her was being a mother is complex for the reason, like I said, this thing doesn't come with a rule book. If I decide to bring a child within this world with all of my flaws, with all of my habits, whether I'm broken, spiritual, wealthy, poor, anything, all of my life experiences, I may unconsciously bring my children into that experience. And I was telling them, I said it's complex because when you have your children put you up on a pedestal and you become their superhero. And your children don't see you as being flawed, maybe broken, or maybe just don't know what to do next, don't even know how to figure it out. Or maybe that parent didn't have parenting or instructions themselves from their parents. And then we bring our child into this world and our children look at us and they want us to figure it all out. And sometimes we don't have it figured out, but we have to figure it out because we took on the responsibility of bringing you into this world. And like I told her, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. But the challenge is the way your children see you. And sometimes in our children's world, in the perceptions of our children, we may disappoint because they put us on such a high pedestal. We may disappoint or may not live up to their expectations. It took me 27, 29 years old to realize and see my mother as a woman. I put my mother on a pedestal. I made her my superhero. I was angry at her with some of the decisions she made until I became a woman myself and had my own children. Is when I saw my mother as a woman who is flawed and don't always have it figured out. So today, I want to say this to all of the mothers out there. Sometimes we don't have it figured out. Some of us are flawed, some of us are broken. But even in that, even with all of that, I want you all to look at yourselves and give yourself a salute. Because you are the reason why people exist on the planet. Women. Men, this is not a push you to the side moment. I'm not trying to push you to the side because you are the givers. You give us a seed. And they say if you want to do anything to grow, give it to a woman and she will make it grow, as well as bringing forth a child. You are the creators. You are the creators of life. We bring forth life. And that is an honor unto itself. We give birth to a man and a woman. We give birth to the spirit that splits in two and can create a male and a female. That is a beautiful, honorable thing to be able to do, a phenomenon unto itself to be able to do. And a lot of times, motherhood comes as a spiritual motherhood. And what I mean by that, for those of you who may not have been able to have given birth physically, can give birth spiritually. There are so many children out here who's looking for a home, a mother to love them, and who have adopted children, who have foster children, and that's a spiritual phenomenon. Me, myself, I have many spiritual children who have been gifted to me that I did not give birth to. And they love me. And I love them with all my heart, everything. So I want to say to every mother, spiritual mothers, godmothers, mothers, grandmothers, and to all my lineage of mothers, or my lineage, my mothers, my ancestors, I want to say to you, Happy Mother's Day. Even though Mother's Day should be an ongoing celebration, not just one day that is dedicated, it should be an ongoing thing, just to give honor to your mother, because you chose her. You chose her to bring you forth into the world. So that's an honor. And I'm honored that my children chose me to bring them forth into this world. So once again, I am Nzuri Zawadi, aka Orinda Earhart, aka, if you know me by my government name, all right then, aka Yellow Butterfly. Happy Mother's Day.